It is a flyweight championship fight between Henry Cejudo and John Dodson. So here he is, the #1 flyweight contender, looking to change that title here in 25 minutes or fewer and lead as the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world. What a run to contention it has been for this young man. He has put together a long winning streak. He's got the finishes to make the fans happy. He's done everything to position himself for this type of championship opportunity. Now, under the lights, we'll see what he can do with it. So here he is, the UFC's reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion, making the walk for another defense here tonight. And if he wants to be mentioned with some of this division's greats of all time, and really with some of the greats of all time, this is one he's got to have here tonight. As the title defenses start to pile up, you can be mentioned in the conversation with guys like Demetrius Johnson. So here we go, another title defense here at 125. We'll see how it goes for the reigning champ. And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. Cejudo is 33, Dodson is 35. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 12 losses. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA, presenting the challenger, John the Magician Dodson. And now he's the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Greco-Roman wrestler, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Henry the Messenger Cejudo!
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
Here we go with round 1. You are paid to tell us what you think is going to happen as an analyst. We have a striker, we have a grappler. Doesn't always play out that way, but what are you expecting to see in this one?
I'm expecting the grappler to try and go and make contact with his his opponent.
Right.
If he can make contact, he can drag this fight to the mat. I expect the striker to try and maintain range with his jab, with his kicks, to make this a stand-up affair.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Dodson.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
And both guys really throwing with authority. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Dodson gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up.
I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Single collar tie now. Oh, and he lands another leg kick there. I have a novel idea. Maybe the opponent should try to check one of these.
He's got to try to check him, but he can't, John, because there's no windup. There's no tell. And when he feels his opponent is getting a beat on his leg kicks, he'll just pop a jab up, get the hands up to block the face, blast the leg kick on the bottom. It's unbelievable to watch a guy that is so diverse and has such a great understanding of landing these leg kicks.
So just over 20 total strikes and now landed for John Dodson.
Nice kick.
And he lands the knee to the body now. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
Nice double leg, nice finish.
And potentially a critical takedown here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. And he landed the right hand there. 90 seconds now to go in round one. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Dodson gets up. He is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Well, you better start doing something defensively. A lot of these knees are landing to the body.
I mean, and it's going to drain you. You cannot stand there while someone has a clinch and it's just driving knees into your body. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
In a single collar tie, and they separate. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. The horn sounds for the end of round one. Take a seat. Deep breath. Breathe. Take a drink. All right, here we go. Listen, you're doing absolutely awesome. I want you to... All right, now we check over the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in it.
And it's not always gonna be. You have two very talented fighters. Sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Dodson. Splits the guard, lands the right hand.
Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's gonna break him?
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you gotta be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Dodson's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. 50 total strikes have now landed for Henry Cejudo, and landing with 67% accuracy, pretty good against John Dodson.
Big kick.
Cejudo's kick blocked. Oh, he lands the Superman punch. Takedown attempts starting to pile up.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Oh, look at that jab, snapped his head back.
His jab gets to the target so fast, and he always brings his hands right back to his face.
90 seconds remain in the round. Single collar tie here.
Good punch.
Now, oh, and a quick entry.
Great single entry. Rotates the high crotch, takes it for a ride. Oh, takes it for a ride. What a fantastic takedown.
All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. Closed guard. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, got to be careful playing around inside his guard.
Absolutely, John. That's why you don't sit in a full guard. When you sit in a full guard, it gives these guys too many opportunities to chase submissions. And now he's jumping on a triangle.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. And the horn sounds on round two. All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, pretty good back-and-forth action in the previous two rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the fight.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here.
Nice straight punch.
Well, he continues to stay busy, and he continues to land. Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and you got to think that's something that's going to give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again?
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
All right, so the unofficial numbers tell you 77 total strikes have landed for Henry Cejudo, and striking with 65% accuracy against John Dodson.
Oh!
Over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
Just reached the midway point of the fight. Throwing that jab, no good. Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. Dodson gets caught with that punch. Under 2 minutes to go.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Oh, collar tie. Just out of range with that right hook. All right, so he lands a jab there. Pretty nicely done, DC.
You can really control a fight just knowing how to fight behind your jab.
Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt. Got a single collar tie.
He gets to a spot with a tie clinch. Then he starts to let the knees fly.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Well-timed knee to the body. Oh, and he connects there. His hands look good tonight.
So fast. I mean, this guy has tremendous hand speed.
Oh, it hurt.
Thunderous leg kick grounds his opponent, trying to stay upright. But man, that changed the complexion of this one.
Johnny's hurt. He's hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? All All right, so both fighters now sort of struggling for position here in the clinch. When you find yourself in this situation, what do you do to get out of it?
Anytime it's very tough, anytime you're chest to chest and you have nowhere to go, I think to myself, underhook. Whoever's winning the underhook is winning the clinch battle.
All right, let's check out some of the action now from that previous round, and he really kept finding a home for those kicks.
Yeah, why would you change it? If your opponent is not going to check, if he's going to stand there and he's not on his toes and he's stationary, you keep driving those kicks into his thighs, into his body, until he makes some sort of adjustment.
Oh, straight right. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. It might not be over now, but it's got to be over very soon.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Dodson's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. Back to the feet. Oh, man, this guy kicks like a mule.
So hard. He kicks so hard every time you can see him drive his shin into his opponent. The issue with that kick, as effective as it is, one kick's check, you got the Anderson Silva situation.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than punch. Take him down, cut him. Take him down, cut him. Over and over, he's securing these takedowns.
Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. And he's back up again. So the take...
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Under 2 minutes now to go.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Ooh, looking to go to the leg kick here, just out of range.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out.
Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Anik.
Just missed with the left there.
He's hurt.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Whoa! All right, he closes the deal. Entertaining scrap so far. All right, that's the end of the round, and you see the cut on the cheek. That thing is getting downright nasty. It is getting worse here by the minute. And you got to wonder, to what extent does that impact him moving forward here in this fight? You at least have to ask the question. All right, so a high-level round there for him. We'll show you some of the action here, and you got to think the knockdown is going to be featured prominently here. Thought he might have had him out of there.
He thought he had him, but the guy's tough. The guy's durable. He has a fantastic chin, but he just needs to stay the course. He does not need to be discouraged. Think about this. You're winning, and you're winning going away. That was just a moment. Keep going in the same direction, and you will get the finish that you want so bad.
You ready?
So here it is, folks, fifth and final round. And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he gonna do to follow up?
Big body kick.
Whiffs on the right hand. Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Dodson.
Oh, he's hurt.
Circling to his right. Missed with that attempt.
You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Nice kicks there by John Dodson. Cejudo gets hit by that kick to the midsection. You got to do better defensively.
It got defended, but it will give Henry the idea that takedown may be coming.
Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Cejudo's strike attempt there is blocked. Oh, Superman punch is good. You can tell he's been working on that.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, big knee! Ooh, diving punch lands.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Cejudo gets up, but he looks dazed and confused. Oh!
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Look at the torso on the right side. Major bruising, and it's only getting worse. He's having his way with him here. 1 minute to go in the fight. Back mount now. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a...
Trying to get the head kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got hurt bad.
The Olympic gold medalist Cejudo goes for the clinch here. Looks like he's trying to recover. He was stunned a little bit earlier. Let's see if he can get a respite here. All right, so the title fight goes the distance. Two of the most exciting words in all of mixed martial arts, and new. I think we're going to hear Bruce Buffer utter those very words tonight.
And new. And he relied on his striking in order to take the belt from the former champion. He fought beautifully tonight, and we are all proud to call him new UFC champion.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, John the Magician Dodson!
All right, so the fight goes the full 25 minutes, but in the end, we crown a new UFC flyweight champion. Congratulations to the new king of the flies. What an effort here tonight as he wrests the belt away from the now former UFC flyweight